Hey YouTube fragrance family, welcome to another Royal Oud fragrance review. Today is a special review since all of you voted for this one to be reviewed. This is your subscriber's choice for winter, Creed's Royal Oud. Let's get into it. Creed's Royal Oud hit the shelves in 2011 and it is one of the newest Creeds on the market. It was hit with mixed reviews upon initial release and still is. As the main topic of conversation, is there really oud in this fragrance? And I will tackle that question later on in the review. Bottle sizes are 2.5 ounce and 4 ounce bottles. Upon initial launch, a 4 ounce bottle was not available, but was later released in 2014. It is a millisym concentration, which is EDP. Pricing is a factor. This can fetch from $385 to $485 American retail, which personally is a crazy price for this juice. On discounters online, I've seen it almost as low as $130 to $150, which is much more reasonable for what you get. Now on to a bottle and box presentation. I am not going to spend too much time on these just because we've seen this already. My bottle is actually the 2.5 ounce bottle, just because when I purchased this, the 4 ounce bottles weren't available. So the box itself, as you can see, Royal Oud, and it has the crest and everything. The back here as usual, and the bottom of the box. That's it. The paperwork's all inside of the box. I'm not going to show you all that. The bottle itself, Royal Oud with the sticker, Creed emblem as usual, the cap black, nice logo, and those amazing Creed atomizers. This one, beautiful. The nose behind this fragrance is Parfumier Olivier Creed. He, in my opinion, is the most successful Creed family nose. He was behind Aventus, Millésime Impériale, Virgin Island Water, Windsor, Silver Mountain Water, Green Irish Tweed, Arofa, among many others. He truly put Creed on the map. Royal Oud, in my personal opinion, is not a oud-based scent. The oud is very subtle, it's very light. The oud is more of a supporting note, not the primary note in this fragrance. Now let's take a look at what Erwin, the son of Olivier Creed, has to say about the idea behind this scent.
It's more not very typical Arabian oud or something like very from the Middle East. We want to make oud occidental, more European. So it will be for men, for women, and also for the European, because I know some European don't like very much oud. So that's why we want to make some oud little bit more light, more easy to wear.
Now, after watching Erwin speak about Royal Oud, Creed did exactly what he described in that particular video. This is not going to be your stereotypical oud-based scent. Now let's delve into the scent itself. Now looking at the note breakdown that's beside me here, you're not going to see it in my note breakdown, but in Creed's note breakdown, they like to emphasize that they're using the best of the best as far as the notes go. So their oud is not just your stereotypical oud, it's your regal Indian oud. Musk, it's not your stereotypical musk. No, it's the best in the game, the Tonkin musk. That's a high-end note. That's also in Musk Tonkin from Parfum d'Empire. An excellent scent, by the way. So all their notes, in their note breakdown, they always say they have the best of the best. So let's see if they do. Now, the major notes to my nose in Royal Oud, it's missing one note. You're going to see it. Cedar is your primary note in this fragrance. That's the bad boy in this fragrance. This is a cedar-based scent. Pink pepper, galbanum, and the angelica root. So the only note that's missing is oud. It's not a major note to my nose. Group, this is an Oriental Fougère, and how many sprays in where? I go 1 on the chest, 3 on the neck, bam bam, and thank you ma'am, right in the back, and then 1 on each arm, and I am set. Now from top to bottom, let's delve into Royal Oud. I will give you guys my take. I'm going to do a spray here, an initial spray on my hand just to remind me of the introduction of Royal Oud. Woody. The first thing that hits my nose automatically, woods. There's some freshness in the background, but mostly woods. Cedar wood, cedar planks. You got a little bit of spice. The more time it gets on your skin, 5-minute mark, spice is going to hit you hard. So in the opening of Royal Oud, you're met with a mix of fresh notes and darker notes, with really the darker notes engulfing your nose in a matter of minutes. The darker notes are really just going to engulf those fresh notes. The most prominent of these is the pepper in the first few minutes. So you're going to get yourself a little bit of a sting here, a little bit of spice. The pepper is paired with a lemon citrus, which you truly need to dissect the fragrance to really pinpoint in the opening. A lot of noses are actually going to miss the freshness in Royal Oud, but it does air a fresh side of Royal Oud that can be missed by the user. Upon smelling this initial blast, it truly reminds me of a laid-back, fresh style that Creed is known for, but with a little more of a grittiness to it. I knew right away what kind of scent I was going to meet, and I knew this was not going to be a winter-friendly fragrance here in our Canadian winters. It was more going to be a fall and spring scent. Now truly, in the opening, the user is going to receive mostly the pink pepper, some light citrus, lemon mostly, quite a bit of cedar, which will be your dominant note in this scent. And some say an ashy, incense, tobacco-like quality, which from my nose is the oud. So for me, I get that smokiness, tobacco-like quality in this fragrance. Not quite ashy, but incense. More of a smoke, but not too much smoke here. This is very, I would say, a subtle note in this fragrance, but it's there. So yes, I said it. That's the oud you're smelling, my friend. The stigma of Royal Oud has always been, there's no oud. Where's the oud in this fragrance? Well, to me, my personal experience with oud, again, I'm still learning, but from my experience, I think this is Cambodian oud rather than the Indian oud, which is the pricier of the two and obviously the most sought after. Cambodian oud, in my experience, is softer. It's actually quite soft. Think MFK's oud, which is right here. Really a softer, a sweet aspect to it. Not too sweet, but it has a sweetness to it. It almost has like a fruity aspect to it. Cambodian oud has like that really fruity opening to it, and some sweetness. And also Cambodian oud also has a tobacco-like facet to it. So the people that say there's tobacco in this, it smells ashy, it smells like incense, there you go. Cambodian oud kind of has that. And that's where I'm getting from this fragrance. That's the kind of oud I'm getting in this particular fragrance. Now this oud is quite overshadowed during the lifetime of the scent from the pepper and the cedar. These two are your primary notes. Pepper, spice, and woods. The oud is there. It's putting everything together. But at the forefront, you can miss it. This is really a lot of cedar and spice. But it still has its place in the overall picture of the scent. Without it, it would actually be missing a key cog in the whole mainframe of the scent. Nicely done. Now let's speak more about some of the secondary notes in Royal Oud. These notes really are the glue that holds everything together. They're the ones that really pop in and out every so often. And these are some of the more interesting notes in Royal Oud. So these notes, they show up a little more in the dry down. Now pairing with the other major notes in this fragrance, there is quite a bit of galbanum and angelica root. Both give off a musky, green, herbal aspect and will be quite a huge factor in Royal Oud from top to bottom. Funny enough, angelica root, that note, which is a key ingredient in absinthe, that's just a fun fact, gets quite peppery if paired with lemon in a fragrance, which Royal Oud, we can see why pepper is such a strong force here, because the angelica root kind of paired with lemon gives you that peppery hit. Now the sandalwood appearance in this scent, beautiful in the dry down, gives this fragrance a very smooth ending and makes a mark in the dry down with some of the white musk. Very nicely done. This fragrance is mainly a woody, spicy scent. The more I wear this scent, the more I appreciate the blend here. That was one thing with Royal Oud that I came to figure out. I truly feel this is one of the better blends from the House of Creed. It actually took me several wearings of this fragrance to really get a grasp and kind of dissect this fragrance a little bit for all of you, obviously. And I feel like when I'm doing this with a scent, it's truly a gift that this scent does this, to really try to find out every aspect of the scent. I find scents like this interesting and I love wearing them. Royal Oud is very rich. It's dry, has an excellent blend, has a woody appeal, and truly feels refined. There's not much development to be had when wearing Royal Oud. What you receive after the first 30 minutes is what you will get within the life of the scent. Now my final take on Royal Oud, my personal journey with it. I'm going to be completely honest with all my subscribers here. Royal Oud was not a game changer for me when I first smell it. Just like Aventus actually. Both of those, they were really ho-hum when I first smelt them. I was truly disappointed on the lack of oud. I felt it was a linear, cedar-based scent with pepper. Boring was my thoughts. I turned around on the scent with testing. I completely did a 180 on Royal Oud. I applaud Creed for finally releasing a darker scent that speaks to me, even though I always wanted a winter-based scent from them. Royal Oud is not that, more of a fall type scent for me. I love my big punching ouds, as many of you know, but this has a place on my shelf. I was okay with the lack of oud in this one, even though it's missing that certain wow factor in this fragrance, it grabbed my appreciation with more wearings. This can be an oud for people that really do dislike oud. It's very faint and does not show any of the daring qualities that some particular ouds bring out. Now this is one of those fresher oud-based scents. It is a welcome addition to the Creed lineup, which sorely lacks any fragrance that has any darkness, any oomph to it. It was really nice and a welcome addition to the lineup. It was nice to see cedar and pepper heavy scent from the brand. Now why would you hate it? Oud lovers may hate the softness in this one. It is not a oud-based scent. That's what they're gonna say. The pricing is kind of outrageous, and haters of Creed, yeah. Now why would you love it? Very wearable scent. Signature scent worthy. Now the blend is excellent. The cedar, the pepper, both well done. A very masculine scent also. Now recommended age, I would like to say anybody can really wear this. Unisex, yes, for the women out there, if you really like cedar and pepper, this may be right up your alley. Royal Oud does have a mature vibe to it, so it might not be for everybody. I would have to probably put 25 and up as far as the age range goes. I really like what they did here. This is more of a mature, modern take of a Bois de Portugal from the same brand. A Creed's Bois de Portugal, very beautiful scent, but yet more for the mature man and a guy my age, early 30s. This is exactly what I want to wear. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, it reminds people of which fragrance? Well, Lomani's Intense Black. The note breakdown to both of these, eerily similar. Spice and Wood is a close Creed cousin if you want to go into the Creed house. MFK's Oud also, they use the same kind of oud in my personal opinion. Now, awards on my channel, it has not been in any of my top 20s yet. Best time to wear this fragrance, this one is highly versatile, guys. I could wear it on a date night, I can wear it at work, I can wear it daily wear, I can wear it at night. I think this is a very versatile scent. Many of you may disagree with me, just saying it's a nighttime scent. I wear this straight across the board, very versatile. Seasons, mostly fall and spring, cool summer nights, and daily wear at work during the winter. It does very, very well. Now to introduce a new segment to my fragrance reviews. This one called Is It For You? Now the development, is it linear, average, or complex? Royal Oud is pretty much average, guys, as far as a development goes. Very much average. Work appropriate, is it? In my opinion, yes, especially in the winter days. I was pleasantly surprised in my office that this one really worked really well, especially if you're wearing something like this in the office, you know, dress pants and just a tie and a dress shirt. Royal Oud works very, very well. There was no complaints of people going, oh my god, what is he wearing? It's too strong. No, Royal Oud was just perfect for, especially during these fall and winter months. Perfect. Price, is it justified against all Creeds? Well, it does have a higher cost than, you know, the Green Irish Tweeds and the Aventus of the world. I would say yes, depending on who you are. If you are a Creed head and looking for something a little darker from them, you know, you got all the Green Irish Tweeds, Millésime Impérial, Virgin Island Water. You want something a little darker, and you just want one bottle that'll make it darker for you. Depending on your age, right? Bois de Portugal, Spice and Wood. There is some choices out there, but Royal Oud is right up there. I think this one is one that you would look into. Persons it's for. So is this for a collector out there, you know, the everyday guy? It depends where you are on your journey for niche. If you are looking for that one bottle, is it, you know, if it's pricey for you, you're thinking, I'm going to wear this all the time. For me, I think this one's really justified for that. I think it is signature scent worthy. If you like woody and spicy scents and you don't want to go too daring, I think this one is for you. Creed is known not to push the envelope too much as far as scents, but the quality is there, and I think it is worth the dough. So, signature scent worthy, yes. This is something I found much later on in the testing. When I first smelled this, I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be signature scent worthy. It is. I wear this casually to work, dressed up, dressed down, jeans and a t-shirt, tux, anything. Signature scent worthy, it gets the thumbs up. Now let's go split screen. Let's go check out my sexy new rating system with some new categories in it. So let's take a look. It starts off the same way. Projection, longevity. Projection, average. 5 bottles out of 10. Did not project that much on me, and that's why it's work appropriate. I love this one. The projection is just enough, good enough. Longevity, 6 bottles out of 10. It gives me 6 to 8 hours. It is a concern for some people out there, the longevity on this particular fragrance. For me, it never went too crazy. You know, it never goes 10 plus hours on me. Sometimes it goes a little more than 8, and most of the time it goes a little less than 6. So it's around that 6 to 8 hours that I like. Now the compliment factor is above average. I'm going to give this one 7 bottles out of 10. Most of the compliments on this fragrance did come from work when I was more indoors than outdoors, but I really think it's above average. Nobody gave me the stink eye saying this stinks, you put too much on. I loved it. So 7 bottles out of 10. It's not high up there in the compliment factor, but it is very, very solid at 7. Now the uniqueness of this fragrance, I'm going to go with the 7 bottles out of 10. It's not sky high unique, you know, it's a cedar based scent with some pepper. It's been done before, but it's all those other moving notes, the secondary notes, galbanum and angelica root, and the sandalwood did a very good job, musk and all this. So I'm going to give it a 7 bottles out of 10. That goes to pricing versus what you get in the juice. I'm going to give it 5 bottles out of 10, a fairly low score just because if you're looking at it retail, you know, $300 to $500 for this. Depends who you are, but I think the pricing is not justified. You're gonna have to get it at a discount. Now the versatility on this one's actually really high. I'm gonna give it a 9 bottles out of 10. I felt, you know, when I first smelled it, like I told you guys earlier in the review, I was like, this is not gonna be super versatile. Surprise, surprise. Seasons, almost every season. I wear it daily, I wear it at night. I find the versatility with this one very surprising, especially from first sniff. Now the smell itself, the most important factor in this rating system, I'm going to give this fragrance a 9 bottles out of 10. I'll be completely honest with you guys, this might have been a 6 or 7 when I first received this bottle, but the more I wore it, the more the rating went a little higher. I really feel the secondary notes in this fragrance really made a difference for that score. Missing that kind of oud, high-end oud, or that big punching oud. Now the overall score on Royal Oud, I'm going to give it a 9 bottles out of 10. It didn't hit the 10 bottles just because it's kind of missing that wow factor to it. You know, it's a cedar pepper based fragrance. The secondary notes are actually beautiful and that's why it's getting a 9. But it's really just missing that one little step to make it a 10 out of 10. This, if you would have asked me, you know, when initial launch of Royal Oud, what kind of score I would have got, probably more of a 7 to be honest with you guys, but the more I wear it, the more I appreciate it, and that's why it's getting a 9. I think it's going to stay a 9 after, you know, you ask me 5 years later, it's still going to be a 9 for me. So very highly rated for me as a creed. Now for buy, try, or pass, this is a absolute try. It all depends on you guys. Obviously there's so many factors, you know, longevity, projection, do you like creeds or not? Are you looking for a nude based fragrance? That may make it a pass. The pricing is a huge factor. Are you going to pay retail on this? Probably not. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of Royal Oud. Thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good one.